It is outdated to categorize languages as Semitic languages. It is outdated to categorize languages as Indo-European languages. And I believe that we are so close to changing these two categories. This category is religiously themed, but it is not Christian, it is not Jewish, it is not Islamic. The religion of Islam, the religion of Judaism, the religion of Christianity never categorized languages. These religions might have categorized races, but not languages, because languages don't just spread vertically from Sam or Sham, Ham, and Japheth, Yapheth. Their languages, they did not spread vertically. They spread horizontally and vertically in the farmer theory, and I will read all about that in this very dense video. First of all, let's do a visual exercise that is very easy to do. Now I will show you an ancient language. What language do you think this is? Do you think this is Greek, or do you think this is Arabic? This is Arabic. This is Old Arabic. If you know Greek, what do you think this is sound? What sound does it make? This is in Arabic is ba. In Greek it's pa. Okay? Ta, there is another meaning to it. Right here. Had. You see this? This is in Greek, it's kha, like Afkharisto. In Thamudi, ancient Arabic, it is kha as well. And what about this? If you think it is Greek, you're going to say fa. In Arabic, you're going to say wa. Is this close to lamda? Is this close to lamda? What about kappa? This is also wa. What about, this is also wa. What about your omicron? This is a. In Arabic, a. But a circle is very common. So let's see other ancient Arabic scripts. We will begin with visual evidences, and then we will get to something more complicated. These are three different ancient ways to write in Arabic. This is Thamudi, this is Lihyani, this is Saba'i. Okay, now let's see. Ha is close to Gha as in Ghama. This is the Gha in Arabic. I see its shape is getting closer to Omega. Just in Omega's name, not in Omega's pronunciation, which is O or U. What alphabet is this? This is the Phoenician alphabet. So you see clearly the ro in Greek, ro, is answered here. But when you go to the kha sound, you need to connect the dots. So you go about these Semitic languages to connect with Greek. Why am I not in agreement with the term Semitic languages? Because people who described us as Semitic languages, who described our languages as Semitic languages? A human being. It is not a religious doctrine. It is a religiously themed theory by a human being, a mortal, by the name of August Ludwig von Schlitzer. Now, let's say that there is another flood coming, and that this other flood will completely eliminate people from all around the world, and that there is an island, only 3 families, nuclear families, will survive in this single island. The first family is called A. The second family is called B. The third family is called C. All right? As in Sam, Ham, Yafeth, etc. or Japheth. So imagine, to put it in a more difficult situation, all 3 gave birth to only 2 people, So probably this family had a son, and this family had a daughter, and let's say that this family has been completely wiped out. So you have only two survivors. Having only two survivors, even in this very harsh condition, these two survivors will inherit linguistical features from this and this and this family. So when you think about the world post-flood, don't sever its connection with the world pre-flood. In the Bible, these are the estimated dates of the flood. How is it that old Proto-Indo-European languages are older than the flood? It's not the whole dinosaur thing again. It is simply your mistake when you thought that this theory from this German historian, much so respected, and we say to him, Dankeschön, he started a theory, which is a building block. What happened right after him? Let's see. I advise you to read this enriching article. Origin of Indo-European languages traced back to 8,000 years ago. Okay. So William Jones said in a lecture see this date? You see this date as well? This is the date when the whole Semitic languages category began. So, what about it? It is not fitting to include Greek and Latin and Sanskrit with something related to Semitic languages. So when you say Semitic languages and Semitic people, you will categorize us in a way that excludes any relationship between us, Semitic people, who are Arab people, us, with you. We're not segregated from you, historically. We are your fathers. That's such a Darth Vader moment. But we're the good guys. Yeah, we're the good guys. So you are Luke, and me as Arab, I am your brown Vader. All right, so 6,500 years ago. Okay, see the location, baby? And again, with the whole farmer theory and how that they got different words and traced it back over and over again. So, languages split. Languages don't spread just vertically. They split. Okay, which means that it is impossible that Sam or Sham originated a whole different language all on his own. It's his offsprings. And it was because of their geography, not because of their DNA, which means that it is fair to describe Indo-European languages as their geography, Indo-European. But when you come to us, don't look at our history and give us this whole line that your languages only began after Sam. But we Europeans, we begin right since our ancestors stepped their foot. Sorry, I got too excited. You perceive your Indo-European languages as languages that began as soon as your ancestors settled in Europe. But you perceive our Semitic languages, and sorry, I am really angry and passionate, but I will try to contain myself, because this really is sad. Our languages and our language's history did not just start from Sam. We have a way older history than that. And this way older history than that connects us to you. I know that we are not you don't desire to be connected to us. And I'm okay with that. But for the sake of being correct, we do have a shared history, and don't just say that well, you are Semitic people who only began after Sam. But we European people, we get to have our history connected to our geography, which is way more older than our religious description of how a different nuclear family began. So this is historical segregation. This is why the term Semitic languages is always controversial. This is why the term Indo-European languages is more welcoming, because it's geographical, it is not biblical, it is not genealogical. It doesn't mean that anything biblical is wrong. If you have stuck with the Bible 100%, we wouldn't be in this mess. But you took from the Bible what you wanted and you left the other parts away. Going to grammar. When you come to Saudi Arabia, there are tribes who use this. When you say tukutitis sares as something that is possessed by a female, when you are not talking about Sarah and you say that Sarah possesses this canister, you say tukutitis sares. But in Saudi Arabia, when you talk to Sarah directly, you say the word ubuwa, which means contain. You say ubuwat ts. So when you talk to female, you say ts for what she possesses. So this whole ts sound, it is really connected to Greek. When you have a lot of words that are not just products. When you say like fanus, well, it is borrowed from Greek. That's why we believe that we have ancient relationships together. Well, yeah, ancient relationships together as merchants. It's not that magnificent. It's just merchants buying products. I'm talking about things that are at the very core of languages. We're talking about deep, basic emotions. It is deep and it is basic at the same time. Why did I say deep? It's deep but not complicated. So, an example. Clarity. Safa in Arabic. Safinia in Greek. You see where I'm going? Anna, inna, an. You have anna. There is a correlation. Let me get closer. When you say also or all in Greek, kathe. In Arabic, kaffa. You see where I'm going? Innahu, inne. Is. How different accents vary in Greek is very close to Arabic accents that we have as well. Such as pronouncing the j sound as ts, such as in Algeria. In Algeria, in formal Arabic, it is al-Jazair. But in their accents, they call it Tzair. The same kind of a deal when you call like Jerry, you say Tseri, like Tavke Zita. So the more that I learn Greek, the more that I see that this is way too tight. It's like wearing a shirt that you just keep growing and growing and growing until you rip it apart. The categorization of languages as Semitic languages is not geographical. It is biblically themed, but it's not 100% biblical. It is biblical to say that we came from Sam or Sham. It is biblical to say that we or you came from Japheth or Ham or Ham. But it is never biblical to say that languages, ancient languages, got severed from the flood. The Bible did not claim that. And the Bible did not categorize us as Semitic languages. Or etc., etc. Hamitic, Japhetic. Finally, what do you see here? You may say to yourself, ancient languages can have similar shapes because they had similar tools. But the interesting thing is, these similar tools, why do they connect in the same meaning of their shapes? they connect at the same meaning of their shapes when you go to the Arabian Peninsula. What I believe, and I don't have enough evidence for currently, I sincerely believe that Greek people originally came from the Arabian Peninsula, specifically modern day Saudi Arabia, Kuwait, Iraq, Syria, Lebanon, Jordan, this whole area. I sincerely believe that. So it's not just the strict GCC GCC geography, it also is connected to Syria. So this whole Arabian area, I sincerely believe that. And when you go to ancient tribes of Greece, or Greek ancient tribes, you will know that some of them were not originally from Greece itself. Greece is a new world in the old world. Ευχαριστώ που παρακολουθήσατε. Σε αγαπώ πάρα πολύ από το Κουβέτ.